What is really happening in the fashion world right now? Why has one name suddenly shaken the global style scene again without flashy colors? Without oversized logos? Without cheap sensationalism? On TAEKOOK Lover, we're about to uncover the mystery behind the silent takeover of a style that is once again dominating the world: Calvin Klein's minimalist aesthetic. Now back in the spotlight and sparking intense debates across social media. Is this just a passing trend, or the signal of a massive shift in the global fashion industry? Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to TAEKOOK Lover so you never miss the hottest viral news and boldest analyses. Now, get ready, because what you're about to hear might change the way you see fashion forever. Bold and iconic, Calvin Klein's minimalist style returns to the spotlight. The global fashion world seems to have just awakened from a long slumber. Amid the chaos of Y2K revivals, explosions of neon color, oversized logos screaming for attention, and unexpected collaborations between luxury houses and streetwear brands, one name has resurfaced almost quietly yet with an impact that feels deafening: Calvin Klein. Yes, the brand long associated with clean simplicity, sharp lines, and understated sensuality has suddenly become one of the most talked about names across continents. From New York to Seoul, from Paris to Jakarta, social media feeds are now filled with white, black, and gray silhouettes, precision tailoring, and campaign visuals that appear almost minimal yet strikingly provocative. Why now? Why, at a time when the world is overwhelmed by visual distractions? Does visual silence become the most powerful weapon? Many industry observers describe this as a moment of collective fatigue after years of being bombarded with fast, excessive trends. Audiences are craving something that feels real, not loud, not chaotic, not begging for validation. And that is exactly where Calvin Klein's minimalist style finds its stage again. But this resurgence is not merely nostalgia. It is not simply a reprint of old campaigns or a polished reissue of 90s archives. There is something different. There is a new tension, a braver, more mature, more intentional energy. If Calvin Klein was once known for its iconic black and white campaigns that were sensual and at times controversial, that aura has returned but now expressed through a subtler visual language. Recent editorials circulating widely showcase the human body as the primary canvas. The clothing does not scream. The wearer's presence does. A suit without ornamentation, a perfectly cut plain tank top, straight denim without excessive distressing. Each piece feels like a deliberate statement. Is this a form of resistance against the culture of overexposure? In recent months, online searches related to minimalist fashion comeback have surged dramatically. A younger generation, once associated with maximal expression, is now rediscovering the appeal of clean, structured aesthetics. On TikTok and Instagram, thousands of creators are showcasing capsule wardrobes, many citing Calvin Klein as a key reference. What makes this phenomenon even more compelling is the broader social context surrounding it. The world is in a state of uncertainty. Global economic pressures, social anxieties, and digital exhaustion are pushing people to seek stability in small, tangible choices. Fashion, often dismissed as superficial, has become a safe space for regaining a sense of control. Minimalism feels like the answer. Calvin Klein has never tried to please everyone. It is cool, firm, sometimes even distant. Yet that distance is precisely its appeal. It creates space. It does not impose identity, it allows the wearer to speak. In its latest campaigns, models appear with almost no accessories, no busy backgrounds, no distracting props, just bodies, light, and fabric. Many describe it as a return to essence, but the question remains: is this pure artistry or the smartest marketing strategy of the decade? Some analysts view it as a brilliant move to reaffirm the brand's DNA after periods of creative shifts and experiments that were not always warmly received. Calvin Klein now seems to be saying, "We know who we are," and that confidence is palpable. Even more surprising is the public response. Generation Z, often associated with bold, maximal aesthetics, has shown strong interest. They pair classic logo underwear with oversized blazers. They photograph themselves in natural lighting without heavy filters. Minimalism suddenly becomes a symbol of a new kind of maturity. Is this a sign that the trend cycle is turning? Many also connect this resurgence to nostalgia for the 90s and early 2000s, an era when supermodels dominated iconic black and white campaigns, and simplicity felt revolutionary. But nostalgia alone cannot explain the intensity of today's conversation. There is something deeper, a collective desire for visual honesty. In an influencer culture saturated with hypercuration, minimalist aesthetics feel more authentic. They do not hide. They do not distract. In their simplicity, they are bold. And that boldness is what makes them iconic. Some critics even describe this moment as a silent rebellion, a rebellion without shouting, without graffiti, without oversized slogans. Simply by choosing neutral tones and clean cuts, one can signal resistance to overwhelming trend cycles. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some argue this is merely another predictable swing in fashions, perpetual pendulum. Today minimalism, tomorrow maximalism. Today neutrals, tomorrow neon. But if it is just a cycle, why does its resonance feel so powerful? Online forums are filled with heated debates. Is Calvin Klein truly leading change or merely capitalizing on market fatigue? Is this new wave of minimalism inclusive or quietly exclusive in its aesthetic restraint? Interestingly, amid all this debate, certain product lines have reportedly experienced significant sales surges. The once ordinary white tank top is now a coveted essential. Underwear with a simple logo waistband has regained its status as a subtle symbol of cool. Straight-leg denim without flashy details is becoming the preferred choice among fashion enthusiasts. It is as if the world has been reminded that to appear bold, one does not need to shout. Sometimes, the greatest courage lies in unwavering simplicity. And perhaps that is the real mystery. Why does something that looks basic suddenly feel extraordinary? Why, in a noisy world, does visual silence command attention? Is this the beginning of a new era where luxury is no longer measured by complexity but by clarity? One thing is certain: the return of Calvin Klein's minimalist style is not just another fleeting trend scrolling through timelines. It sparks conversation, fuels nostalgia, challenges perception, and most importantly, makes people pause and question what it truly means to be iconic today. On TAEKOOK Lover, we will continue to follow this global phenomenon closely. If you enjoyed this in-depth report, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts on this viral minimalist revival, and subscribe so you never miss our next explosive update. And now the ultimate question: will Calvin Klein's minimalist comeback truly redefine global fashion standards? Or is this only the beginning of a new battle between refined simplicity and an even wilder era of hyper-expression waiting to erupt?